Hey, what's going on, guys? TheRealMajinBuu, or TRmb, if hopefully I got that right. Well, I want to welcome you to my channel. This is going to be like a commentary channel, and hopefully you can enjoy some of the stories that I have. I don't really have much, because, you know, my life isn't all that interesting. But, I had a crazy thing happen to me the other weekend, not too long ago. So, it started out, it's a nice Saturday night, it's like 9 o'clock. I'm home alone because my parents are out to some retirement party for one of our good friends, and so I'm playing Garry's Mod with two of my friends, and you know we're freaking out because you know it's a horror map on Garry's Mod, and they're kind of corny, but you know some of the jump scares are pretty freaky because you know it's just wah. So it's like 9:30ish, and my lights just turn off and on, and I was just like, yo, what the hell? Why did that happen? So I go and I tell my friends that happened. They're like, oh, you're being over dramatic. It's probably, it's nothing, man. Just, bleh. So I go out and I look and it's just dark. So I'm like, there couldn't have been anyone in here, right? So I go back into the room. I close my door and I get back. I'm like, there's like no one out there. I don't know why that happened. And then I hear footsteps, and I'm just like, what the hell? So I text my sister, ask her if she's home. She read the message, but didn't reply. So, like, I thought, you know, maybe it was a freaking bad guy in the house. So I'm just like, dude, guys, there's someone in my house. What am I gonna do? And they're like, no, there's not. You're just playing one of those stupid Gaga pranks, blah 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 blah. And so they don't believe me, and then like I hear the footsteps again, and I heard my dog bark, but she barks at like everything, so yeah. So then I start texting my parents. I'm like, yo, is anybody home? Is anybody home? I text my sister again, are you home? Seriously, answer me. And she never did. So I'm like, frick. So I start panicking, and I turn off my TV and my lamp, and I put my I barricaded my door. I took it to the extreme and barricaded my door with my dresser, like, you know, big thingy with a bunch of clothes. You guys probably are doing that. So I'm like, dudes, I really think there's someone in the house. What am I gonna do? And they're like, dude, are you being serious? And I'm like, yes, I'm being serious. Why would I freaking joke around about something like this? And so I'm just like spazzing out, and then I just dropped my mic because I heard something again, and then that's when they thought that something happened because, you know, I was talking and then just out of nowhere, just like I just stopped. So and I go back and I'm just like, dude, oh my god, I hear footsteps out the door, and my dog just barked, and she just stopped barking out of nowhere, and then I'm flipping out, dude. So they're like, call the cops, and I'm like, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't want to call the cops, because I mean, like, what if it's not anything serious? So I try calling the cops, and it didn't work. That's God saying, dude, you're being over dramatic. There's no one in your house. Just calm down, dude. So when that didn't work, I spazzed out even more. So, and then I tell my friends, like, oh, 911 didn't work, and they're like, how does 911 not work, dude? So I'm like, it just didn't freaking work. Oh my god. Like, I started getting mad because they don't like believe me, because I was really flipping out. I really thought someone was in my house. I really thought I was in danger. So I start, like, I'm like, since my friend lives down the street from me, I go and I ask him if I could run to his place or like something, or if he can drive over here, pick me up real quick. And he said for me to just run to his place. So then I'm like, well, how am I going to get out of my room? I barricaded my door, and I have these windows, and obviously, I mean, what room doesn't have windows? But like two of my windows, which were the only windows I was thinking about getting out of, two of my windows were actually, they have these screens like most windows do, except you can't pull the screen up. There goes my phone. So I went to this window right next to my setup, my desk, and I was like, oh yeah, I was saying like I should go out this window, but I realized that the window just closes and it won't stay open. So, oh god, that scared me. My phone just dropped after I threw it. So I'm like, frick. So I grab my back, and I prop the window open, I pull up the screen, and I dip to my friend's house. So, like, I was like, as I'm running, I couldn't believe that I was doing that. And I get to my friend's house, and we call my parents through his phone because it wouldn't work through mine. I don't know why. It just wasn't working. They weren't picking up. I texted them. They didn't pick up. And so I'm at my friend's house, and we're calling my parents. They didn't pick up. And then, like, a few minutes later, I guess my parents came home, and they saw that my door was, like, slightly barricaded because before I left, I kind of took out the thing so I could get back into my room. So my dad calls and he's like, dude, where are you? Like, why did you leave the house? Like, why would you do that? Like, are you stupid or something? So I'm like, oh, I'm at my friend's house. I thought there was someone in the house. He's like, oh my God, just get here right now. So my friend's mom dropped me off, and that was basically it. It ended up being my sister. Yeah, my sister came home. She usually comes home at 10 because she works at a Texas Roadhouse nearby. She usually comes home at 10, but, I mean, it was like 9:30ish, so I was, like, flipping out when that whole thing happened when she came home. She came home at, like, 9:30ish, so the whole ordeal was over at, like, 10. So, yeah, that's basically it. Short story, long story short, I was being over dramatic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story. Hopefully I can, think of some more, things that happened in my life that are actually pretty interesting. If you guys like the story, smack that like button. And yeah, I'm TheRealMajinBuu, and this is what you should be expecting on my channel.